them Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys? They're an accident waiting to happen, this man's favorite motto. But how does a Cowboy feel about it? Orlando Scandrick, kind enough, brave enough to join us. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Molly. Steven,
what's up, man?
Thanks for having me.
What's
Max, long time no see.
What's going on?
Yeah.
A little nervous.
Not at
bit?
all.
No?
Oh, he's good.
I'm happy to be here, and I don't know about an accident waiting to happen. I mean, I think we had a good year last year. We didn't exceed our own expectations. I'm sure we exceeded your expectations.
Oh, no, you didn't. Before the season began, I picked y'all to win the NFC East, and I said you would go home, without winning a playoff game. It seemed to me you did exactly what I said you did.
Yeah, that was tough. I mean,
what happened in that loss
we
to the
picked
Packers?
a bad time to have a bad game, and I mean, we started off real slow. We put ourselves in a deep, deep hole, and I mean, we just exerted so much energy trying to get out of that hole, and by the time we got out, we needed a crucial stop. Aaron made a great play. Cook made a great catch, and, that's all she wrote.
I don't know if you'll admit this, but, I mean, obviously you admit you need help in the defensive backfield, and they need the Orlando Scandrick from a couple of years ago, pre-injury, and usually it takes like a year at least to be close to 100% again. So last season, a lot of people weren't giving you a pass, but people who follow these things know, okay, wait a minute, he'll get better. Are you ready this year to go back to the kind of defensive back you were a couple seasons ago?
Yeah, I feel so much better. Last year was a grind. It was mentally taxing. I mean, I ain't gonna make no excuses for my performance, but that wasn't me. And I mean, this year you'll definitely see the old me, and I'm looking forward to it.
Y'all were ranked 26th against the pass. I don't blame you for that. I mean, there's a couple of dudes that were there. They're gone now, Carr, Claiborne, and others. But I'm wondering, do you believe that y'all defense against the pass is the weak link for this team?
I believe that we all need to get better. And I mean, some of those stats are what you said, what they are, 26. Right. But we play with the lead a lot of times. So when you play with the lead, you face teams that just pass the whole time. But do we need to get better? Absolutely. Do we need to get better at covering up receivers? Absolutely. Right. Do we need to get better at rushing the passer? Absolutely. When we just need to get better as a defense and as a team so we can do what it takes to get it done.
Now, I'm almost allergic.
To what?
To being complimentary about the Cowboys. Because I like you, but I gotta say this. I'm going to say it on national television. I really don't have a problem with the Cowboys. It's your fans I can't stand. I think that Cowboy fans are the most delusional, obnoxious, nauseating, disgusting fan base I've ever seen in my life. Y'all could go 3-13, and they will wake up the next morning. We're going to win the Super Bowl, right?
I mean,
we're going to win the Super Bowl, right?
That's loyalty, for the same reasons. For the same reasons you hate them, we love them. The bar's been set high around in Dallas. With Mike, with Staubach, with Troy, with Emmett, the tradition that they've laid down, the bar's set high, and it's on us to produce. And
well, it's been 22 years since the Super Bowl was in Dallas. I mean, that's obviously not all on you or anybody else with the team, because it's been 22 years. So when you say it's obviously a lot of pressure to live up to, is it not fair to say y'all haven't lived up to it in 22 years?
No, it's absolutely fair to say that we haven't lived up to it. Those 53 people that put that star on, those players that are going to be back in Dallas in April working out, it's on us. I mean, and that's the goal, and that's the goal every year, and that's the only goal.
So it's Romo's out of there. I mean, if he somehow sticks around, which I actually don't think is a bad idea, he's a backup quarterback. It's Dak's team. He almost led you guys on an incredible comeback in the playoffs. Up close, what does he do well? What makes him successful other than the offensive line and obviously Zeke?
It's not even up close. I mean, his work ethic, he's a first one in the building, the last guy out. Dak's a great guy, man. I watched him grow from the time he got in there. And I was actually rehabbing when they brought him in on a pre-draft visit. I gave him a hard time, and just we're so fortunate to have him. And Ezekiel Elliott, man.
Well,
I want to talk about...
I was getting ready to go ahead. Go ahead. I was getting ready to bring up Ezekiel, but go ahead.
We had a little bit of a heated debate here about Ezekiel Elliott at the St. Patrick's Day parade, that incident. What was your thoughts on that?
I think Zeke is just young, man, and he loves to have fun. And, nobody is who they're going to be at, 21 years old, and I think he's going to grow up. But, I mean, I'm giving him a pass.
But do you guys pull him aside and talk to him?
All the time. I mean, I was in L.A. with Zeke, and, I just tell him, you got to be cautious. You got to be careful what you're doing, but he's going to be fine.
Was that before or after the incident? The latest incident? You got to be cautious. You got to be careful. It didn't seem to work.
Man, Zeke will be all right. He's fine.
I hope you're right, because I'm certainly not rooting for him to fall in that regard. I want him to have all the success in the world, and you just can't make mistakes like that. In this day and age, I don't care how young you are, it's social media. Everybody's got a camera phone and everybody's watching, so he's got to be careful about that. But getting back to football, Tony Romo, where do you anticipate he will end up, and how do you feel about how your owner is handling the situation as it pertains to moving Tony Romo along or just holding on to him for this long?
But fortunately, I don't have to make those decisions, so I don't know. I mean, I hope he ends up on his feet. Tone was never nothing but a great teammate and a great friend to me for my 9 years in Dallas that I played with him, and, you know, I wish him the best.
Do you think he wants to be in Houston or Denver?
I have no idea. I haven't spoken with him.
Meantime,
really?
you guys had a great season, ended in disappointment, as Stephen A. predicted. But the NFC East seems to have gotten better in at least two places. The Eagles got an outside threat, a receiver, an actual target for Carson Wentz, a promising quarterback. Got a good line. Lane Johnson not going to be suspended this season to start the season, or at least for a good majority of it, likely. The Giants got better, obviously, at receiver. What does the NFC East landscape look like from where you guys are sitting right now?
I mean, it's tough. You know, it's been a tough division. I've always thought it's one of the toughest divisions in football. And, you know, we got a great offense, and the draft's coming up, and I'm sure we'll add some great pieces, and we'll see how this thing plays out.
What do you think y'all need most?
Once again, I don't make those decisions.
I'm just asking you what you think y'all need as a football team. I mean, somebody on our
defensive backfield is gone.
It seems that defense is the Achilles heel.
I play defense, so, you know, let's draft all defensive players.
Okay.
Would you rather have guys next to you who can also do the job in the backfield, or guys who can get after the passer, making your job easier?
I want to play with the best group of 11 men, so whether it's pass rushers or whether it's secondary, it don't matter to me.
Any guarantees coming out your mouth as to whether or not y'all will actually win a playoff game this year?
I guarantee that you will hate the whole season, starting in September.
That's a good guarantee. That's a good guarantee.
You guys have a lot to be optimistic about. How about the two rookies that joined your team? And Dak Prescott, you have your new franchise quarterback. We talked about Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, a lot of people picked you to win the Super Bowl last year. I know there's holes on defense, but how far do you think you can go?
I mean, I told you what the goal was, Molly, from when I came on here. So there's not a how far. I think the goal is to win the Super Bowl, and that's where I'm going to set the bar, and I won't accept anything less.
Okay. Well, I just want the record to show. I personally am not rooting for y'all to lose like 3-13. I like it when y'all are winning and everybody is hyped and think y'all gonna win the Super Bowl, and then all of a sudden something happens.
I like when y'all lose. I'm a Giants fan, but
I don't want you to lose.
I don't want you to lose. You're next to Mac.
That's right.
Orlando, thank you for putting up with these two. I got to deal with them every day. You handled them well.
All right,
They're a lot. Appreciate you. And best of luck this season. Happy to hear that. You're happy to hear they're feeling better and healthy coming into the season. All right, come